For the next 5 weeks, I'm going to be backpacking through southern Africa.
It's time to do it, it's now or never.
It's my first time in the continent, and I'll be starting in Cape Town, then travelling through South Africa, Namibia, Botswana, and finishing at Victoria Falls in Zambia.
That baboon's went after my camera bag.
Let's go, let's go. Hands up, hands up.
Like the delta just stretched on as far as the eye can see, and I can't wait till tomorrow to get amongst it and explore it. Speeding past you.
Premature as always.
Meg, what have you got there?
I think I'm the richest guy in the world. $10 trillion.
Zimbabwe money.
Zimbabwe money.
There's a good chance we're gonna get flipped.
How are you there?
I'm okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5, 2, 1, yeah!
Alright, I've made it to Cape Town. I've got 1 week here and I've just been cramming it full of day activities. And then I'm on a 3-week tour with G Adventures, and we're gonna hit the road, and that's when the African adventure is really gonna begin. We are at campsite number 2 and we're gonna go swimming from South Africa to Namibia.
We're looking at the beautiful Fish River Canyon, the second biggest canyon in the world.
You drive through the desert all day long and you won't have lunch. The only choice you've got is to stop by the road.
I'm making the best bacon. No, I'm making the best eggs.
This landscape is just unreal. It's like we're on Mars or something. What are you looking for? Spiders?
Yeah, spider.
We are going quad biking. Apparently Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie have been here and done this, so you know it's good. We've been in the park less than 5 minutes and we've already got our first herd of elephants. It's got to be a record.
Yeah, it's a record, yeah. For less than 5 minutes to see the elephants.
How long do you have Simba?
He's there for good luck.
Beautiful end today. End of the safari, drinking beer and watching lions follow. At sunset. It's the kind of thing you dream about having in Africa but never expect to have. We were so lucky for that. And now it's on to Botswana and then Victoria Falls in Zambia. Alright, we've arrived in Botswana. Brand new country, border crossing was nice and easy, and we're at our first camp, which is basically another bush camp in the middle of nowhere. Are you putting sun cream on right now?
No, I've got bites all over me.
Okay. I was going to say the sun's setting.
Real Africa.
Sun's setting. This is our cultural bit of the tour tonight, I think. Doing a bushwalk and a bush dance with the locals, learning about the bushmen and how they used to live.
She's here to come learn more about the culture so that she can pass this from generation to generation. The elder people, it's not easy to take them to the hospital. They believe that once you go there, it's not easy to come back. So they are still using their own medicine. And this is what she is learning from the elder ones.
I'm Dwight from Canada.
I'm Kate from Canada.
I'm Dion from Wales.
I'm Tia from West.
Oh, Abba, where? Jamia to jam low and my car to the queens at the classic.
You are all here to come and learn the bushman clicks. For you to say easily is to take a seed, you put it under your tongue. Then you say the words.
Put that seed under your tongue and you waited and just went and everyone's like, ah!
The same seeds that you were putting under your tongue. The root is very good for healing a wound. The best medicine for constipation. If you have that problem, you just dig it out and from then you chew. Then you sit around a few minutes, constipation gone. Karibe is very good for headache, gobsmacking. The best medicine for arthritis and joints. Okay, this is the best medicine for backache. Very good for her. When her backache is starting, you'll feel very sorry for her. Rub in, then it stays like a tattoo for lifetime. Says that you are the best. Okay.
To show the guys to see
Underneath the tongue, yeah.
Move. What he was demonstrating is the mosquitoes. Me. And to prevent yourself against malaria, this is the best. This is gin and tonic.
Yeah, it's quite.
Chew, swallow your saliva. And remember, it's quinine.
Yeah, it's better. Great. I'll stick with the tablets, I think. Well, that was absolutely brilliant. Just incredible, man. How they dig these, what just look like plain old weeds in the ground, dig them up, and they've got all these different uses for them. That was fascinating. Absolutely fascinating.
Okay, this is the best soap. Very, very strong soap.
The other thing I kept asking myself was, how long did it take them to figure out what each bit of plant does? Like, how many generations of trial and error did it take to figure out, right, this weed helps with constipation, this one helps with malaria? It's crazy. It's mind-boggling. Just looking at their faces, just that alone, I've never seen faces like that.
Who wants to try him? Is there anyone who wants to try him?
Try him what?
Fight him.
Box him.
Box him?
Yeah.
Oh, no way.
Oh, come on, someone could take him.
I'm not going to punch an old man.
Okay, I'm just...
He'd probably kick my ass as well.
Pulling your legs. Okay, I'm sorry for this. I'm just pulling your legs. Yeah, what he says is, nowadays...
It's like a gag reel.
She says, take it. This is a very good one. What he says is that nowadays, no more hunting. They'll catch you. And then they kick you, throw you in the van, take you straight to prison. So he doesn't want to be caught. So like this is for you if you want to say thank you for the walk and you want to tip them. There's a tip box so that they can go and buy their own meat.
What's on the menu?
What's in the menu? We have rice and porky and some veggies.
Brilliant.
That's it for tonight.
So the bushman gave these to us, and inside them are little seeds, and they're to help you learn how to click. So you put them under your tongue. It helps you to make the right sound.
No, it's not something poisonous.
It's not poisonous. It's perfectly safe. It just helps you to click. Who wants to try it?
Yeah.
What is proper clicking?
You'll find out.
You have to put it on your tongue and try it.
Just underneath your
hand.
Under the tongue?
Do it under the tongue. Do it.
Go.
Under your mouth.
Why is everyone filming?
Wait, no, just wait. Just hold it in your mouth and wait.
If you put it in.
What just happened?
Put your tongue in. Put your tongue in.
No, I'm not.
This just means I can survive in the wilderness anytime, anywhere.
True bushman now.
That evening, our entertainment was provided by a traditional bushman dance. Of course, no dance like this would be complete without the awkward Western tourists being encouraged to join in. We hit the road first thing in the morning to make our way across to Maun, which is the gateway to the Okavango Delta.
Another lovely day in Botswana, heading to a mountain.
Sweet.
Oh, look at the baby one. How cute.
What's new with you?
I'm trying to look cool.
Oh, keep trying.
What about you?
I'm good.
What's cooking today?
What we're doing today, we're going to do the Delta flight today. Yeah, we learned some facts about Botswana. You can test me on Botswana.
Alright. Why they have zebra as their national animal?
Because it's black and white. So, you know, like a great singer once said, it doesn't matter if you're black or white. And it's representing the diversity of the country.
Right.
Next.
What is the biggest export earner for Botswana?
Diamonds. They export 15 million carats a year. See? Someone was paying attention.
Right, that's cool. And what about the delta? Why is it unique?
It's the biggest inland delta in the world.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
And is hunting allowed here in this country?
Hunting is not allowed in this country, which is why the bushmen we saw last night have to sort of put on that show to show us their ways, so we can... Hunting is allowed. Oh, the bushmen aren't allowed to hunt though. Why not?
So hunting is allowed in Botswana.
Okay.
You have to get a permit from the government.
Okay, but the bushmen aren't allowed to.
They are not allowed because government anyway will not get anything from them.
I got 3 out of 4 though. 3 out of 4 ain't bad. 75%.
What about pula?
Pula, it means rain. It's the currency of the country and it means rain. So you're making it rain, you know? Yeah. And what year did the country become independent from Britain?
1966.
That's right, that is correct. We were too busy, England was too busy winning the World Cup, so we're like, oh, leave Botswana, and then 5 years later, just covered diamonds here?
Yeah.
Oops.
They left at the wrong time.
Yeah, Britain left at the wrong time. Oh, Okay, tomorrow we're heading into the Okavango Delta, but today we're going to get a scenic flight in this tiny little plane to take us all over it. Gives us a nice bird's eye view of what we're going to be travelling into.
We're flying 500 feet above the ground. It's nice and low, approximately 150 meters. So you can see the animals and take pictures of them.
Let's go, let's go. Hands up, hands up.
The Okavango Delta is the largest inland delta in the world, covering a size of 15,000 square kilometers. Rather than flowing into any sea or ocean, all the water that reaches the delta simply evaporates. There's a wide variety of wildlife here, with an estimated 200,000 large mammals in and around the delta.
Oh man, that was so much fun. Tons of wildlife, elephants, hippos, buffaloes, you name it. And you're trying to get a good shot of it, but it's like, oh, elephant in front of the plane shaking. So I don't know if any of it's come out very well, but it was brilliant. Like the delta just stretched on as far as the eye can see. It's absolutely beautiful. And I can't wait till tomorrow to get amongst it and explore it. It's going to be so good. Stephen! Well done to the co-pilot as well, well done down. Didn't touch anything, you did well. Okay, today we are going into the Okavango Delta. Yesterday we flew over it, today we're going in. For the next 2 hours we're going to go on these tiny little canoes to go upstream or downstream to our camp for the night, and then we're going to go on a bushwalk and hopefully see some wildlife up close. Saw some hippos from the plane, but I want to see them up close, but not too close because I don't want to die. Hippos kill more humans than any other animal out here. What's going on?
As you can see, a little bit of a disaster. They were not expecting to have this number of people, but hopefully in the next 20 minutes things should be working.
Cool.
So with apologies, that's why you can see some of my people here are having a snooze. Yeah. Luckily now they are enjoying some tennis biscuits. I gave it to them, so hopefully it is enough to kill the time while I'm busy. You can see.
Super busy.
See you later.
This is super chilled out. Just gonna sit back here for like an hour and a half. What's up, guys? What's up, Rachel?
What up? Oh, hi.
Just chilling with your girlfriend there.
No. You're gonna cop it. You're going to cop it. Famous last words, Karl.
Speeding past you. Loser.
Premature as always.
But now we're here at our campsite for the night. I don't know if it's an island or what, an island in the delta. This is our camp spot with fresh elephant dung just outside. It's beautiful. Alright, we've had a whole day just chilling out here at the campsite, taking it easy during the heat of the day. Now we're going to go through a walk through the wilderness, maybe see some wildlife, and just explore the delta.
Elephant dung. Here in the delta or in Africa, we can use this one as a mosquito repellent.
Made by an aardvark or anteater.
They feed themselves with the ant. They hunt the ants. Do you see there are lots of holes here?
Yeah. How deep is it? How deep
I don't know how deep it is.
But generally deep?
Yeah, sometimes it can make maybe from here to that palm tree.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh wow, it's far.
Because it's very faster.
Okay.
Far
away.
We've got some zebras up ahead.
So they like an open area because they don't defend themselves with their predators. Sometimes you'll find the zebra with the antelope, which is called the wild beast, you know, the gnu. So they help each other because the gnu are good
Gnu
for...
can smell and the zebras can see.
Yeah. And then gnu is good for feed themselves with the long grass.
Yeah.
And the zebra come behind, feed them with the short grass.
Apparently they spotted an elephant somewhere, so we're going to go try and track it. Don't know how, but that's what we're going to do. So apparently the elephant's just over this ridge here, but there's basically a pond here. So we're going to try and get around it to see if we can see him. You got this, Rachel. You got it.
Can you piggyback me?
No. I made it.
That's one of the saddest moments of our lives. When the guy took like a piece of mud and built a stepping stone for us. Like, you're so spoiled.
Let's see if we can catch up with these elephants now then. Still can't see him. Oh yeah. We saw the elephant's ass for 2 seconds. Then it went into the bush. It was close, very close.
Yeah, too close.
Well, we tried and we got bloody close, but it was a good effort. It was a good effort. It was good fun trying to track it. As we said before, any kind of wildlife stuff's pure luck, and we were so lucky in Tosha. You know, I can't expect to have the same luck here. We saw some zebras. That was cool. So it's been good fun.
With the sun quickly setting, we made our way back to camp where we were once again treated to some musical entertainment. And it wasn't long before they encouraged all of us to join in their frog dance. That morning, the boats took us back to the mainland, where we continued heading east across Botswana along the Elephant Highway.
We are being spoiled today on this Elephant Highway. We've seen maybe 10? Maybe? Yeah, maybe 10 elephants already.
Considering even the number of elephants we have in Botswana, more than 120,000 elephants. Definitely you have to see at least one on this road.
Looking at us aggressively.
Yeah, that was not a friendly shake. Just right by the road, just posing for photos, so it's been good. Rachel's taking the camera, she's fascinated.
Yeah. So it looks like the elephants.
Rachel, you got to say action.
Okay.
You didn't say action.
Hi, welcome to Lando. Today on the Elephant Highway we've seen up to 10 different elephants by the road. 7. Okay, Jen's been counting. Today on the highway we've seen 7 different elephants, as we all know. But they're right by the road, so just open the windows of Lando and gets a perfect photo. So yeah, it's probably the best drive we've done, really, I'd say. Yeah.
What I haven't asked you about yet is Lando. Tell me about Lando.
Lando is one of the latest vehicles in the overland industry.
Lando is one of my best vehicles that I've ever driven.
You cannot get any other vehicle which is as comfortable as Lando. If it's too hot, we have the curtains here.
Nice.
We have aircon. And if it's too
cold,
yeah. We have heaters. They are somewhere underneath the seats. But with Lando, everyone has a USB charging point. Most of the other overland trucks are used to using cooler box. Lando has a fridge.
Perfect.
And the seats actually, have you seen them?
No, please demonstrate.
You see that?
Do it again, do it again.
See what I'm talking about?
Unbelievable.
What if it's too hot? What if it's too hot and maybe it's getting too sticky? This is what you're gonna do. Did you see that? Did you see that? Did you see that?
Oh my god!
Yeah,
telling us this after 20 days?
I was busy using the Wi-Fi. I forgot that.
Okay, because we're going to be camping every night and at a different place every night and also cooking our own food every day, there's a lot of stuff that needs doing to get everything done in time. So you got like packing, unpacking, cooking, cleaning, everything. So what we have are these 5 different groups of chores, and over here people are split into 5 different teams, and then each day you get a different chore to do, and all that means is that everything just gets done a lot more efficiently, so we don't waste loads of time spending forever packing the truck and getting things done. We can just see what we got to do, get stuck in and get it done.
Once everything was set up at the campsite, we boarded our afternoon boat cruise that was going to take us around Chobe River National Park.
Oh, shoes off. Good shout, boys.
And don't feed yourself to crocodiles, all right?
Okay.
All right, and also don't feed yourself.
Well, we've only been going 5 minutes, and we've already got a whole load of elephants and buffalo right over there. Just gotta do some admin first and check in. It's the wrong way around, you moron. This is the lens. That's the lens.
No, I'm trying to make you laugh. Stop! Stop! I don't want to put him off. Go on, Ray. Tell him what's happening. Go on.
Go on.
Speak to the camera.
Speak. Just move the mouth.
No!
I'm having a great time on the... Elephant. Now moving over to a massive herd of elephants. Like, I can't even count how many there is. We're going to be surrounded by them. We're going to just set up over here by the other boats and have elephants all around us. It's going to be incredible. Kind of reminds me of that bit in Jurassic Park. Like, they're moving in herds. They do move in herds.
One thing to note is, we were allowed to bring our own alcohol on the boat. So as the afternoon went by, our commentary became slightly less articulate.
I never thought I'd see so many elephants together, ever. It's like a field full of cows, except, you know, they're not boring as shit, they're elephants. Do you like it, Matt?
Yeah, it's a lot of cows. I mean, elephants.
What a fucking beauty!
Oh, he's yawning. Oh. All right, we've got a hippo standing up over there. We've hit the jackpot. Let's move faster, boat. Let's go. Hippo. So we've not just got a hippo. We've got a hippo in a field of baboons. A field of baboons. This is without a doubt one of the best evenings we've had on the tour. It's just unbelievable. I mean, the game drive was good, but it was fucking freezing. We saw some amazing stuff that was freezing, but here we're just cruising along on a beautiful, warm, sunny evening, surrounded by wildlife. What's up, Claire? How have you found the evening, Claire? And like Etosha, the wildlife still there was incredible, but Etosha itself, the environment is just an ugly grey desert. But here it's just beautiful greens and reds, and yeah, unbelievable. Definitely the best night so far, I'd say. Definitely.
Border crossing from Botswana into Zambia on the old ferry. It was just a short ferry ride across the river, and then once the entire group got their passports stamped, we drove to the final stop of our tour, Victoria Falls. And when we woke up in the morning, there was a nice surprise by our campsite.
There's our campsite. There's some elephants. Zebra's in the car park. That's a no. You can't stroke the zebra.
We were going to get our first glimpse of Victoria Falls by taking a small boat out to Livingston Island and taking a dip in Angel's Pool, which is right on the edge of the falls. And I'm not going to lie, it was a bit strange to be sitting in a boat that was accelerating straight towards the edge of a massive waterfall.
So that's the edge of the waterfall right there.
Maize, corn and banana.
There's a rainbow.
There's the river, comes down, and there's the edge of Victoria Falls. Absolutely incredible. Getting soaked by the spray. Perfect circular rainbow as well. And just over here is Devil's Pool, which we can't go in because the water's too high, but we're going to go in Angel's Pool instead. It's the edge, it's right there. Quickly! Angel's Pool time. It's fucking freezing, but we're going to do it. We're doing this. All right, let's just get on with it. Oh! Oh! It's fucking cold! This is so epic and so cold. It's probably gonna be the coolest photo we ever get to take. So just to give you some bearings, the edge of the falls is there, and we're having tea and scones right here for breakfast. This is us roughing it at Victoria Falls. Tea, dear.
Thank you very much. Wow.
Eggs Benedict.
Great. Amazing.
Well, that was a sweet start to the day. Dip in Angel's Pool and then a 5-star breakfast on this little island. Freaking awesome.
After being spoiled rotten at breakfast, we went for a walk around the various viewpoints of the falls.
Heading to the falls and sign saying beware of baboons because they're just going to steal your food and shit.
Give you rabies.
They give you rabies. I got my rabies jab, it's fine.
You still need post-treatment.
I got extra time now, I can chill for a bit.
Victoria Falls is somewhere I've been dying to go to for years and is known as one of the 7 natural wonders of the world. It's twice as high as Niagara Falls, and with a width of over 1,700 meters, it's rivaled only in scale by Iguazu Falls in South America.
Just can't believe I'm finally here. After all this time wanting to come here at Victoria Falls. That baboon just went after my camera bag. Yeah, I just went up to him, fuck off, when he moved. Okay. Water across Knife Edge Bridge. Victoria Falls. Baboons on the knife edge. Close encounter. Look at that.
Victoria Falls gets its name from David Livingstone, who was the first European here in 1855, and named its discovery in honour of Queen Victoria. The indigenous Tonga name of the falls is Mosi-Antunya, which means the smoke that thunders. This is in reference to the massive amounts of spray that comes off the falls, giving the impression of clouds of smoke.
He just climbed up, opened up the bin with his baby on his back and got that bag out. See him, he's like, fuck off. And Rachel has given up on life. And she's gonna throw us out. Any last words?
You ready?
Do a backflip.
Hey?
Do a backflip. Oh, that's the bridge. You can see the bridge. Oh, look at that. Tuesday. That's where I'm going to be finishing the trip. Jumping off that. Can't wait. Meg, what have you got there?
I think I'm the richest guy in the world. $10 trillion.
Zimbabwe money.
Zimbabwe money.
How much is that worth?
You know how much?
No,
US dollars.
What I'm saying is that this time around we just sell them as souvenirs.
Right.
Because they are using American dollars and South African rands.
Okay. So I've just crossed the border into Zimbabwe for the day to check out the falls from this side, and right by the toilets we got some pumbas, some warthogs. Say hello to Pumba. Hakuna Matata, bitches. You get such a better view from this Zimbabwe side of the main falls, because here, this is the main fall, the main bit. So that right there is Livingston Island with Angel's Pool, where we started at 2 days ago. So if you're in Livingston and you fancy popping across to Zimbabwe, it ain't cheap because you got to pay $30 extra on your Zambia visa to get double entry, $55 for your Zimbabwe visa, plus $30 to enter the park here, so it's $115 extra just to see the falls from this side. So if you're on a tight budget, have a think about it, but since I was here I thought I've come all this way. So today we are doing our whitewater rafting. Grade 5 rapids, we're getting kitted up, but it is gonna be awesome. When we got down to the river, we joined it at a right angle, and the first thing we had to do was paddle across these grade 5 rapids. And if we don't make it across, we're just gonna get slammed into these rocks and everyone's just gonna tip out the raft. There's a good chance we're gonna get flipped many times and just tumble away down the river, but I cannot wait. This is gonna be sick.
Green team ready? Ready!
So yeah, we paddled as hard as we could and we failed. We all fell out. We flipped on the first one, but we all fell on the first one. That was a good start. And then the third one I went in by myself, did a nice backflip in. We're all paddling away, and if it gets too heavy, it just tells you to get down and hold on. And I don't even know how it happened. Like 1 second I was in the raft, the next I was in the water. And so everyone else in the raft was just busy waiting for the camera, and I was trying to swim back to the raft. But it was good fun. It was really good fun actually. I came back in the boat cheering. It was great.
Yeah! That was fun! Woo!
Did you not get down?
Why did I fall off?
No win.
I don't know.
So you don't do that. You're just like, fuck it, whee!
Then rapid number 7 is the one that's a bit dangerous because there's some rocks you want to avoid. So we're all a bit nervous about falling out. So, you know, we got down to it and then we made it through. We all made it through fine. So we're all like cheering afterwards, feeling really good about ourselves. And then with rapid number 8, this is the one our guide said there was like a 50-50 chance of the whole raft flipping. So yeah, we went for it, we paddled as hard as we could and we hit the rapid and I thought we were going to make it. You're trying to get back to the surface, but the force of the river's dragging you downstream. Because of the adrenaline, you've got no breath. It felt like we were underwater for a long time. It felt like we were drowning basically. And then eventually I managed to get to the surface of the water, but I was underneath the raft, so I sort of came up like and then got dragged down again. And after what felt like an eternity, finally sort of came out and could actually catch my breath again and grab onto the raft. And you know, afterwards I was saying to the guys that, you know, it felt like we're under for a good minute. Maybe it was just 30 seconds, but it felt like a good minute underwater with no breath. But actually, when we watched the video back afterwards, the time it took from when the raft flipped to when I came back up to the surface again and managed to properly catch my breath was just 6 seconds. 6 seconds. So that shows you how much your mind messes with you when you can't breathe underwater. And then the Star Trek, when we all flipped, I think most of us thought we were going to drown. Just swallowing water, then panicking, and then nearly died. But then we got in and it was good fun. So, you know, we all survived. A couple fell at the end on the last easy one, but, you know, that's to be expected. But here you go. But yeah, it's amazing. But yeah, it was such a good morning. That was the most fun thing I've done on this trip. And I've done grade 5 rapids before, but this was next level. It was so much more intense, but man, it was fun. I absolutely loved every second of it. Nice to relax with a pint after an incredible morning. Lovely bar here at the hostel.
Yeah, cheers, shot leg.
Cheers. That evening, we went on a sunset cruise on the Zambezi River.
Keep yawning, you sexy beast.
It was the last night our group would be together, and it was a beautiful, fun, and since there was an open bar, kind of messy evening to end our tour.
but still a great send-off before we all went our separate ways. I moved to a hostel the next day, but I still had a couple of things left to do before my flight home.
Well, I've seen the falls from the Zambia side and the Zimbabwe side, but now I keep hearing all these helicopters up above, so I think it's time to go up there and check it out from a different angle.
The helicopter ride was going to last 25 minutes, but before we went to the falls, we took a nosedive into the canyon and zoomed above the Zambezi River.
The best was at the start, we went down into the gorge, it's like flying above the river, whizzing through the gorge, and it was like, it's kind of like the end of Star Wars when they did a Death Star run, like stay on target, good shot, Red 2. It was brilliant.
Pulling out of the canyon, we continued to climb up to give us the ultimate view of Victoria Falls.
Definitely worth it. So cool. Such a beautiful view of a beautiful place. Okay, it's the last day of my trip, and what better way to finish it off than by jumping off the bridge. So I'm going to be doing the bungee all the way down there. So, I mean, I've done it before and it's fun, but just coming up here again, you just forget all that and I'm just terrified.
How are you there?
I'm okay.
Where are you from?
I'm from England. Yeah.
First time in Africa?
First time in Africa. It's not my first bungee, but that doesn't help at all. I'm still terrified.
I'm in charge of each jump.
This is number 5.
Ish.
But I'm still, you know, I'm looking down there and I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake, why am I doing this again? I'm just going to jump, I'm going to go straight over there and get a beer.
Alright, so it's a big jump, eh?
Big jump.
Down as far as you can, and you have to have the whole time.
Yeah, sure.
Alright. Strong, really strong. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, budget. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, budget.
Whoa! Oh man! There we go again. Fucking hell. Yeah, again the build-up's awful, but the jump, I'm gonna have to see how I did, because I think my form was pretty shit. I sort of did a big jump out. It's going down, halfway around I sort of flipped round. No idea what happened, because it all happened so fast. You're like, ah. But yeah, it was great. Buzzing now. Just dangling here for ages now. The guy comes, sort of picks you up.
Relax.
Whew. And then when you get up, you get underneath the bridge, you have to climb up this little shitty ladder, which is fucking terrifying.
Are you okay, buddy?
I'm good, fuck.
Well on, man.
Whew. This man came and rescued me.
Good man.
Right, what's the quickest way to the bar? Cheers, guys.
Cheers, man. Have a good one, eh?
Cheers. But yeah, buzzing now. I'm gonna go get a beer.
Sport Bellas.
Great end to the trip. Time to go home.
When I was coming to the end of my Africa trip, I really didn't want to go home. And I know that's such a cliched and obvious thing to say, like you don't want to go home at the end of your holiday. But with Africa, it felt like I was just at the end really starting to get in the groove and the rhythm of being in that continent and like, all right, this is what it's like traveling here. And then trip was over. So it was a shame to sort of stop just as I felt like I was getting going. So all that means I'm just gonna have to come back and explore a lot more.
I mean, the tour that was on does keep going. I could have kept going all the way up to Uganda, but at the same time, it was nice to get off the bus for a bit at the end and move into a hostel and have a break from the camping. I mean, don't get me wrong, as far as camping goes, we had it made. Like, this was glamping. We were at these incredible campsites with like swimming pools, bars, restaurants, hot showers, had really big, comfortable tents. I mean, this was not roughing it, but we were there in winter, which meant at night time it was absolutely freezing. And we basically spent all day changing your clothes as the temperature changes. So like during the day you could be sunbathing, and then at night time you're like wearing all these layers of thermals, and then in the morning you wake up freezing and you're shivering and trying to put everything together. The sun's rising, which is good because it's freaking freezing. If it was just 1 or 2 days, you just grin and bear it, you know. I mean, I'd certainly take this camping any day over the misery we had camping in Venezuela to and from the Roraima mountain. But after 21 days of being that freezing cold at night and the constant packing and unpacking, you're like, oh, okay, I need a break from this. So it does take it out of you, but at the same time, if the hardest thing you've experienced on a trip was like, oh, it was a bit cold at night, then you've had an easy trip. And we did have such an easy trip. And it was just pure fun, basically. And yes, at the start of the trip it was a bit slow, and that was just because we had these huge distances to cover, and it's like, yeah, newsflash, Africa's big, but you know, we had these very long days, very cold nights, but the one thing that kept everybody going was our 2 guides, Masibo and Anthony, and they were just brilliant. I mean, they had so much joy, enthusiasm, and energy and passion for where we were and being able to share it with us. And so when people ask me, oh, what was your favorite thing about your Africa experience? I mean, yeah, I could mention the elephants or the scenery or the whitewater rafting or whatever. But what really made my Africa experience was Masibo and Anthony. They were 2 of the best guides I've ever had anywhere in the world. And that's saying something. So like at the end, I really just couldn't thank them enough. And our group as well, it was really sad saying goodbye to them at the end, and everyone got along so well, and I made some really great friends there, and most of us have kept in touch, and a few of us even had a reunion in London sometime after the trip, so hopefully I'll see more of them again soon. And as for Africa, I'll definitely be back, because there's loads more to see there. I mean, I can more than happily just pick up where I left off at Victoria Falls and just keep going up. Whether I do it with a tour or something different next time, I don't know. But then there's more in South Africa to see, like the Garden Route, and then there's like places in North Africa I want to see, like Morocco and Egypt, and you got West Africa, like Ghana, and that's the thing with traveling. It's like the more you travel, the more you want to see. But saying that, despite there being all these new countries I want to go and experience, my next trip, I'm heading back to somewhere I've been twice before, and it's probably my favorite country in the world, and I just love it there. So after Christmas, I'm heading back to New Zealand, and I'm gonna have 7 weeks road tripping around both islands, and I cannot wait.
Just gonna hit the road.
This meal's basically Kiwi as fuck.
And so we just straight down and under 7 meters.
Oh, one, my dad's gonna kill me.
Or me.
He's gonna kill you.